Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about front loop versus back loop only crochet. So I did a row of single crochet here, and now we're going to be working into the top of these stitches. Now if we were doing another normal single crochet row, I'd be grabbing both sides of these V's here, but if I'm trying to do front loop only, I'm getting the part of the V that's closest to me, and if I'm doing back loop only, I'm getting the part of the V away from me. Now if I'm working in a straight row like this, I would be creating a nice little ridge or texture by going only into the front loop or back loop. So if I want to make a consistent pattern or texture, I might be doing that. This is good for scarves. I also use it for like my little pumpkins. But if we're working in the round, it gives us another loop to go into if we're trying to attach a piece or we're trying to change the curvature or texture of our amigurumi piece. So if I'm now trying to go, say, into the front loop only, I'll do that for a couple stitches here, grabbing this first part of the purple V there. I'm just doing a regular single crochet into it. But if we look at it, you can see I've only grabbed part of it. Just popping up in the middle there. Okay, and let me do one more. So if we flip this piece around, you'll see I've got this nice little ridge there that we normally don't see with a regular single crochet. It's usually a little bit more seamless, but I have these extra loops here that haven't been used that are creating a nice texture, or I can go into those if I need to later. Now, if I do a couple stitches now in the back loop only, I'm going to insert into the center of the V and just grab that back stitch there. Continuing with the single crochets for a couple stitches. All right, now we'll see where there was no ridge before, there now is a ridge for those 3 stitches here because the stitch is now left over on this side. So again, you can do this to create texture in anything you're working in straight rows, or you can do it to create curves and edges like I have in the flower pot here. So at the bottom, this is a back loop only row because we want the stitches to be left over on that side, but it changes the direction and leads to a flat bottom being created for a flower pot here. So this back loop only stitch actually helps us go straight up instead of having it go a little bit more like a sphere. But then also up here, I do a front loop only stitch around the last row of the flower pot, which then creates leftover back loop only stitches on the inside. So when I do want to sew in that dirt later, I can easily do a little whip stitch sewing into there without creating a problem with the texture of the flower pot. So I usually use these in amigurumi when it's necessary, but having the ability to do front loop only or back loop only designs is really helpful. I do use these stitches in my low sew little kitty pattern if you want to check it out on my Ko-fi. But once you feel comfortable using these stitches, they're very helpful. Let me know if you have any questions.